Welcome to IMCAS TV, 10 Minutes with Dr. Shimon Eckhouse from Israel. Dr. Eckhouse, you are the co-founder and chairman of Syneron Candela, an Israeli-based company and a global leader in medical aesthetics with the most comprehensive product library and energy-based devices. You personally have more than 20 registered patents. Syneron has a leading position in the aesthetic device market. One company, two distinctive brands with offices all over the world. Dr. Eckhouse, what led you to create this company in 2001 and then take it public on NASDAQ in 2004?
Well, when we have done it in 2001, the basic thought was that there is much more that can be done in the area of non-invasive aesthetic medicine by combining different forms of energy or different technologies. And what we did is invent what we call ELOS, which stands for electro-optic synergy, where we combine light energy together with RF energy, use the unique advantages of each of these forms of energy, and actually significantly enhance both the safety of a wide range of aesthetic applications, as well as the efficacy. We are able to do things now that we couldn't do 10 years ago, on a much broader range of skin types, colors, with a much broader range of applications. So this was the reason to found Syneron.
And ELOS has really impacted the industry.
Yes, to a large...
The technology.
Yes, our technology actually ended up being used in a wide range of applications inside Syneron. We have competitors that try to do similar things. We believe we do it much better. But yes, it did have a significant impact on the industry.
And you've been around, Syneron has been around for over 10 years now. Can you tell me about some of the milestones of Syneron?
Well, probably as it is in this kind of business, the most important one was the first launch of our very first product.
Which was?
In 2002. Mm-hmm. We called it Aurora at the time. Mm-hmm. And it was actually a new horizon as Aurora appears. The other one was, of course, taking the company public in 2004. Another very important milestone was the acquisition of Candela, which really combined our, I would call it, very novel technology with an extremely well-based and accepted technology and brand name. And we, as we believe, created the strongest company in the industry.
Two heads better than one, as they say.
Absolutely, yes.
And the Syneron name is closely associated with three words: science, results, trust. How did you come to select these words for your communications?
Well, Syneron, from its very early days, believed and still believes that the scientific basis of what we're doing is something we cannot compromise on. Mm-hmm. The only thing that we want to, the things that we want to bring to the market are only things that we can well establish from a scientific point of view. This means both on the technology side and the lab, as well as a very large number of clinical trials.
And the testing side.
Yes, Syneron is currently running on a typical year between 50 to 100 clinical trials around the world.
Around the world.
Not only in the US, not only in Europe, not only in Asia, everywhere, because skins of different patients in different countries
different
are different
ages.
And different ages, and you have to do all of it in order to establish what you have. That really creates the results on the scientific level, and of course the results in the eyes of our users, the doctors.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the most important part of what we do is the trust of our customers. We invest a lot on that. We try to stay very close to them. More than anything else, listen to what they are looking for and try and adjust everything we do so they can be very successful and their patients can be very successful.
And with trust, safety go together.
Absolutely.
And despite the overall difficult economic environment, the medical aesthetic industry is growing. What do you consider to be the key responsibilities that this industry must have in mind while it benefits from rising consumer demand?
Well, I think at the end of the day, it has to be the same trust that we talked about before. trust that is built on real results as well as real responsibility. Everything we do is aimed at enabling the real users, which are the patients that are treated by our doctors,
Right.
to end up with excellent aesthetic results with no risk to everything they're doing in a very reasonable economic model. This is what we feel is our most important responsibility. And that, when it is combined with the fact that patients all over the world, in spite of the more difficult economical times, don't compromise much on the way they look,
No, no.
really enables our growth.
Something that we've noticed is that the cosmetic industry, the aesthetic surgical field has not been affected by the crisis that much.
Actually, to a large extent, this place in which we are, IMCAS, when you look around and see what's going on, when you see how vibrant it is, when you see how fast it is growing, we are in difficult times. Europe is kind of considered as one of the more difficult areas. You see here thousands of European doctors that come here to buy equipment, to buy new technologies, to look for new things, to learn how they can treat their patients better because they have patients at home that are willing to pay for it.
Yeah, and the hardest thing now to keep up with is all this innovation. Truly.
Absolutely, innovation is the key part of it, and we really proud ourselves in being the innovator of this market.
Now, the other thing I wanted to ask you about Elos is available all over the world.
Yes, we sell in approximately 100 countries all over the world, all continents. Uh, US is, of course, our largest market. South America, the Far East, Asia Pacific, China, Japan, Korea, all the other countries in Asia, Europe, all over Europe, smaller countries, larger countries, the Middle East, Israel, we are everywhere.
Wonderful. And I have one last question before we go to the video. The future of Syneron Candela, where do you see?
Well, the future is actually a combination of being able to do things we couldn't do before, going deeper under the skin to do things such as treatment of cellulite, body shaping. We are now able to remove fat without really penetrating into the body, which is almost like the golden
That's
dream of
truly
every
revolutionary.
man
Yeah,
and woman. This is really what we see there as the future.
It's cosmetic surgery paradise.
Yes.
Right? I think we do have a video, which we can go to the video now.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back.
Thank you.
One last question, Dr. Eckhaus, about bringing technology into the hands of the consumer. What are
Yeah,
your...
we actually, when we look into the future, we believe, and we have good evidence for that, that our energy-based technology is safe enough to bring it to the hands of consumers.
In a home device form?
In a home device form. 2 years ago, we started selling directly to consumers. Just 2 months ago, we got the first FDA clearance for a hair removal device for all skin types, all the way from...
Which is called?
It is called our Me ME
ME?
for hair removal that we are selling all over the world now, and also in the US. We are launching it in a few weeks, and it's very unique because of its extremely high degree of safety, which is unique to ELOS technology.
And any other devices that you
Oh
think are
yes,
going to come out in
yes,
the future
yes.
that,
We are
that can
actually
come into
already,
the home?
yes, we are already selling devices for treatment of acne, devices for teeth whitening
That
that
are
are very
safe,
effective.
easy
Yes,
to use.
yes, and more to come.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us, and we hope to see you next year on IMCAS TV.
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much. Thank you.